Hi, this is Polly from thefitmumformula.com, and I've just been asked, is it possible that medications can make you gain weight? And the answer is yes, it is very possible. This includes all different types of medications and also things like the contraceptive pill. Basically, anything chemical or hormonal that you can put in your body will obviously have some sort of effect on your body, and that can sometimes include weight gain. Now, this can be for three main reasons. Number one is it does actually make you gain weight, either by slowing your metabolism or basically making you store fat slightly easier and more than you would normally not taking the medication. The other one is it can make you gain scale weight. So if you get on the scales, the numbers will be higher, but it's not fat gain, it's just water retention. So some medications can make you store more water. And the third reason that they can cause weight gain is by increasing your appetite. So if you're hungry, you're going to eat more, you're consuming more calories, and so as a kind of effect of that, you will gain weight. So that is the effect of some medications. I'm not going to name individual medications, firstly because there are so many hundreds of thousands of medications out there that it would be impossible to go through each one. Secondly, I'm not a medical doctor and I'm not licensed to comment on individual circumstances or medications or conditions. But what can you do about this? Well, firstly, you can, if you think that a medication might be the reason that you're either gaining weight or can't lose weight, first thing you can do is just check the labels and see if it's listed on the side effects of that medication, because every medication will have the most common and even the rarest side effects from medications listed on the packaging by law. So that's one thing you can check. And secondly, have a think back, maybe keep a diary about things like your hunger levels, maybe keep a food diary, maybe even track your calories for a few days using something like MyFitnessPal, and actually see how much you're eating. And you can make a judgment on that, say, oh, is it the medication? Am I overeating? In fact, am I extra hungry? And have a think back as well about when your weight problem started. If it coincides with starting medication, it may be as a result of that. Whereas on the other hand, if you've been on medication for years and yet you've only recently had trouble losing weight, then perhaps it isn't the medication, it's something else. Whether you think it is or think it isn't, if you suspect that it might be something to do with medication, then go back to your doctor. If it's enough of a problem for you and it's troubling you, go back to your doctor and see what they think. See if they think it could be the medication, and they might be able to find a way around that. There could be a different medication alternative that has fewer side effects or doesn't have these side effects, but is just as effective for whatever you're trying to treat, whatever you're trying to deal with the drugs in question. If there isn't, you could try other techniques. Perhaps, obviously, it totally depends on what the condition it is, what you're taking the pills for, but there may be some other things that you can do to help that condition, to help that situation, that means that over time you might be able to reduce the medication that you're taking. For example, if you are taking anti-anxiety medication, you could try looking into meditation apps, yoga, going for long walks, all these kind of relaxing activities that might mean over time, when you manage those skills and you can manage your anxiety better, you actually need that anxiety medication less and less anyway. So just from that, you're going to have fewer side effects. If it was something like diabetes, then certainly that is something that can absolutely be at least helped by dietary methods and by getting some more exercise. Same with heart disease and high blood pressure. Many things can just be helped by lifestyle changes. There are certain conditions, obviously, that cannot, and it's just modern medicine is a great thing for those conditions, especially when it's out of your control and when it can't be controlled by lifestyle changes in any way. Then these medications are great, and sometimes you don't have a lot of choice in the matter. But there are many conditions where there are things you can do to help, and that might mean that you can actually over time lower the dose of your medications. Now, don't ever do that without assistance and permission from your doctor or your care provider, but it is something that you can bring up in conversation with them and see if there's things that you can do to help that maybe. So I hope that was helpful. So yes, I'm afraid some medications do make you gain weight through, or prevent you from losing weight through, a variety of methods, but there are luckily things that you can do about it in most circumstances. So have a chat with your GP if you think it's a problem, and see if they come up with any suggestions like the ones I've just told you. You can even make a note of these suggestions, take them along and see what they think as well. Alright, I hope that was helpful. That's Polly from thefitmumformula.com.